Hello everyone, Nathan here. Today we're looking at a relatively brand new mod for Minetest called Real Clocks. I will have the link in the description to download it. And basically what it does is it gives you a clock. A crafting recipe: black dye, a stick, and black dye. So you need 2 pieces of black dye and 1 stick. Put the black dye, stick, black dye, and you get an analog wooden clock. And right here we have an analog wooden clock. Now you might be thinking to yourself, well, hey Nathan, that's great and all, but who wants a clock? What does it do? Is it just for looks? Nope. That's why it's called a real clock. See, if we change the time to, I don't know, 6 a.m. in the morning, and then wait for 7 o'clock to roll around, the clock will change. Wait for it. Wait for it. There we go. The clock just changed. And I'm saying, well, cool. I now have clocks that reflect the actual time of day. No. Unless, of course, I have some sort of weird super magical powers that when I set the time in the Minetest world, it actually affects the real world time. No. It doesn't reflect the actual time of day. This clock reflects the Minetest world time. So notice it says it's about 7 o'clock here. It's actually 2:38 p.m. And in the game here, it's 7 a.m. So it does not accurately reflect real world time. I don't really know what the point of that would be, because just whip out your cell phone, look at your watch, look at the wall clock, look at the clock on your menu bar on your computer. I really don't know what the point would be of putting a clock in the game. But it is cool. You know, if you had a little house, admittedly this is a really, really junky house. I would never want to live in a house like this in a real game. But if you had a house, say you had a window on each side, and you got this little space in the wall, you don't have anything to put there. Clock will fill that space beautifully. It doesn't take up too much space. Let's get the storage out of here. It doesn't take up too much space. Very low profile. The bounding box on it is there, so you can bump into it, but you can very easily walk right past it. Now, the only thing I can say bad about this, and it's not even bad, it doesn't say if it's AM or PM. So like right now it's 9 in the morning. Well, if we change this to, what would that be, 21? Now it's 9 p.m. Now admittedly we're not going to see a change here till 10 o'clock comes around. But it does not tell us, there we go, now it's 10. It doesn't tell us if it's AM or PM. So you still need to be able to see the sky to really know what time it is. Now, when you do make one of these, I think I got another one. When you first put the clock out, it always shows it being noon. And you'll see there, it updated pretty quick, but it did start at noon. Do it once more. Starts at noon. Still says it's noon. That one says it's 10. Still saying it's noon. So sometimes it takes, there we go, now it says it's 10, says it's 10. Oh, and now it says it's 11, and it says it's 11. So they do take a minute sometimes to update to the correct time. I did mention on the forum to the creator, which offhand I don't know who that was, I forget, it's in my mind. I did mention that it would be cool if there was a way to differentiate between AM and PM. I don't know if maybe like changing the background color on the clock or something. Something simple. Just so we would know, say, you know, if you were mining underground and you had a clock, so you'd know if it was daytime or nighttime. Because, admittedly, having a clock that gives you the time, but no AM or PM, assuming you're playing with hostile mobs, and these hostile mobs are active mainly at night, and no, I am not playing with mods at the moment, you won't know if it's safe to go outside or not. So, that's something I mentioned. Potentially that'll be integrated. I don't know. But that's all there is to this mod. It's really, really simple. It's a wall clock that accurately reflects the Minetest world time. Created from 2 pieces of dye and a stick. Download link will be in the description.